That was Montek Singh Ahluwalia talking to us about the logic of that fiscal stimulus package being announced yesterday. It's time now to welcome in Lucinda Chan. She's Director of Macquarie Bank, who joins us from our Sydney studio to talk more about the fiscal package that has been announced and, of course, the global cues that we are taking on from there. Thank you, Ms. Lucinda, for joining us this morning on NDTV Profit. My first very obvious question to you. The Indian government has finally announced a monetary policy and about a $4 billion fiscal stimulus package, which is targeted at various sectors. How do you read into this? What's your initial reaction? Do you see this helping the economy to probably reduce the impact of the slowdown that we are witnessing?
Well, I think, as we all know, that the global market is still in a very weak position. Credit tightness is still there. And I think, without a doubt, these sort of government measures are designed mainly to stimulate economies. And hopefully, with this stimulus, whether it be in the form of fiscal or monetary policy, I think it all helps to generate growth. And that's what the purpose of this sort of stimulus package is designed to do.
Lucinda, now, just sort of to broaden the discussion, now you've seen the Indian government come out with this fairly significant sort of a package, at least from our perspective. You had China issue a similar package. And it seems like at this point, the consensus is that the time for monetary policy to have an impact is past, and it's probably fiscal spending that is the only way out to try and prevent an even steeper decline in the next fiscal year. Would you agree with that, and do you think that is going to be the trend?
Yes, I think you will see a lot more of that come through from various economies. We're all suffering together, and certainly the strength of the market will only come through if there's going to be growth to generate jobs, and certainly we're not seeing that. We're seeing a lot of unemployment across the board, particularly in the last week or so. We've seen a lot of financial jobs being slashed. And, it is a bad period. It's not a good time to be slashing jobs at the end of the year. But I think circumstances are such that, employers have no alternative at this point in time. But their purpose is obviously to reduce costs, and they have to do that in terms of providing shareholders return. So these stimulus packages, and in terms of the fiscal policies that are going to be put into place, the idea mainly is really to help the small businesses. Not only that, but also the real estate businesses that do need generation, and also housing certainly is the biggest issue. Housing does create a lot of employment, and we need to see that construction side of things lift itself. And I think you will see a lot more of this going forward.